Let's sew a dress perfect for layering for fall, winter, and it's from a free pattern. Welcome, I do sewing and DIY related content, and today we are going to be sewing the violet pinafore dress from Tiana's Closet. So this is a free pattern you can get online. So first step is you print out all of the different pieces for your pattern, put them together, and then I started cutting out the fabric. I'm using this black fabric that I got in my mystery box. I have a video on that as well in case you want to see what other fabrics I got. I had a ton of this fabric and it worked out perfectly for the dress. For the dress, you are going to need like that outside main construction as well as a lining, and I used the same fabric for both. Once I had it cut out, it was then time to prep the edges. I used my serger, but definitely a lot of different ways you can do this. I even have a video up in case you're interested in different ways you can finish off your edges to make it neater. Now with all that done, it was time to actually begin sewing. The cat was here the whole time as well. And for the sewing, this was actually pretty simple to do. You started off first with the pocket, and with the pocket, it had this great little tip that I had never done before where you add interfacing to the upper edge of the pocket so that it just is a nicer like stiff look, and I really like doing this. So for the pattern, it went back and forth between inches and centimeters, so just be careful when you are using this to know which measurement is referring to. And so I cut that out, and then I also marked where the pocket will be going. In addition, you need to have pocket flaps. You have to cut out 4 of them, so 2 for each pocket. And with right sides together, I just matched these up. As you can see, I only serged one edge, as these other 3 edges are going to be encased like when we flip this right side out, so you didn't really need to worry about finishing those off, but that one long edge will be seen. So if you flip up the pocket, you will be able to see that. So that's why I just used the serger on that one part. Now it was time to add my interfacing, so I used fusible interfacing. So on that pocket at the upper edge right there, you're just going to be adding the interfacing. I used my iron to do this. Again, this turned out so nicely, and I love how crisp it looked, as it was much easier to then turn it down to make sure that you had the right seam allowance for that upper portion. Once you did that, you just folded this fabric over, and then you also folded and pressed the seam allowance for the rest of the pocket itself. So I found this to be really easy. I think I made my seam allowance a little smaller than what the pattern actually recommended, but it seemed like it worked better for my pockets overall to do it that way. You repeat that for both pockets, and then just sew the pocket down so that the seam allowance stays in place. It has a really nice and clean look, and you don't see any of the raw edges. And then you repeat this for the second pocket. This is what my pocket ended up looking like, and now it's ready to go onto the dress. In addition, I did sew up the pocket flap, so sewing those 3 edges all the way around so that I'd be ready to add to the dress too. So now we are going to add the pocket on. This goes onto the front panel of the dress, so not on the lining. This is on the outside of the dress itself. So I'm just going to pin the pocket on in place, and then I will also pin this on for the other side. So you have 2 pockets, there are 2 front panels, and you do it for both sides. Once that was in, you then go around and sew 3 of the edges, and you're just going to take the seam all the way around, and then your main pocket will be on. Now for the pocket flaps, I did trim that a little bit before I turn them right side out, and then we are going to press it so that it's nice and flat and smooth, and then we will be able to sew this on as well for our dress so that the pocket portion can actually all be complete. So here I am just sewing the pocket onto the dress itself. Very simple. The instructions for this made a lot of sense. And then you're just sewing the pocket flap right above the pocket. So you can see there that when you fold the pocket flap over, it covers the opening of the pocket. And then to make sure the pocket flap stays down, you do top stitch it. I did this for both sides. You can see I have my 2 pockets there. And now what I'm doing with right sides together, I am going to pin the main portion of the front of my dress together and take a seam. And I'm going to repeat that for the 2 pieces for the lining as well. So this is what the dress currently looks like, and I have this repeated for the lining. And then what we're going to start doing now is worrying about the back portion of the dress. So specifically all the other pieces that we cut earlier, we're going to now be adding those to the front, specifically taking one of the back panel pieces and attaching it with right sides together at the shoulder. And then we are just going to be taking a seam across there. And so I'm just going to go through making sure that it is nice and even and marked, and I'm just going to pin it up. And I'm going to repeat all of these steps for the lining as well. And in addition, you are also sewing that second back panel onto the other side of the shoulder. You just do not want to sew up the middle for the back, as you want to keep those open, so kind of having like that flap in the back still. Once all of these seams are done, it was then just time to press everything. So everything that I had already done, I just pressed it open, pressed the seams, and then I started working on the side of the dress. So for the main portion, just sewing with right sides together, those 2 sides, and then repeating all of these steps for the lining so that I essentially had 2 different dresses, the outside as well as the lining. And I'm just going to take a straight seam for all 4 of those side seams. And now it was time to bring the lining and the outside of the dress together. So I know on mine I'm using the same fabric, but probably in theory you would have different fabric for this. So with right sides together of your fabric, you're just going to go through at the neckline and pin all of this together. So that edge as well as the deep V in the front, we're just pinning all of this and we're going to sew it all the way through so that these two pieces are coming together, both the lining as well as the back. Once it is sewn up, you're just going to go through, clip your curves, making sure that when you press it, it lays nice and flat and smooth. So that's what I'm doing here, just making sure the point is nice and smooth, as well as the edges all the way around. And so that when it comes time to do the understitching, where we're sewing the lining to that seam allowance, it does lay nice and how we want it to. And now this is where I stopped sort of following the instructions, as I was confused about how to finish off the armhole for the dress, as I was doing well with the neckline, but then when it came time for the armhole, I was a little confused at what she was referring to in the pattern instructions. So what I did was I brought the lining as well as the right side of the fabric. I folded it in on itself, so I'll show you in a second exactly what I mean by this, but around the edges of the armhole, just folding in where the serger seams were so that they are now touching each other and so that we have a nice clean edge. And I just did this all the way around the armhole for both sides, and then I'm going to take a very narrow top stitch all the way around to close this off. I found that this worked really well and gave it a really nice and clean finish. The whole time I was doing this, I was being sure to make sure that the lining was laying flat on the inside and then the outside of the dress looked good. So you can see here that I have both armholes pinned up, and I'm just going to take that really narrow top seam all the way around. That way I can be sure that it's catching the lining, but the outside also looks neat and it gives it a really neat and clean finish. And I think that this was a great way to go about it if you do struggle with the instructions like I did. Now for the back, she mentioned adding an invisible zipper. I did not need one though, so I ended up just sewing this up just one big seam. I made essentially what's almost like a little bias tape, binding tape, so that both of those edges on one side were folded in on each other, and then the other edge of my dress, both the outside and the lining, then go into that nice folded crease that I just made, so that it almost acts like a little envelope to put the raw edge inside. And I then pinned this up all the way down the dress so that it would have one nice and neat complete look. I found this worked really well and it was really easy for me to do versus having to find an invisible zipper and put that in, especially when the dress didn't actually need an invisible zipper to fit over my head and for how I'm going to be wearing it. So I just took that straight seam all the way down, being sure it was catching both the lining as well as the outside of the material. And then once it was done, this is what my dress looks like. So I added some buttons on the bottom. I just took these little white buttons, I thought they were cute. And the last step we need to do is hem the bottom of the dress as well as the lining. I went ahead and hemmed the lining. I also trimmed up some of those strings that you can see. But for the hem itself, I'm just going to do a rolled hem all the way around. I took a pretty narrow one, but depending on how long or short you wanted the dress, you could definitely adjust this to meet your needs. I wanted to make sure that the dress was not too short, since I do plan to be wearing this to work. Then I just took that seam all the way around for the dress, and at this point it was done. This was such an easy make. I absolutely love how it turned out, and especially since this was a free pattern. I can wear so many of the shirts I've already made with it, and I can't wait to have it in my wardrobe. It looks great with boots as well. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell me what you want to see next. Thanks for watching.